Radio HUD.
The sound of student life.
Hey you, my name is Thomas Tom Scott Ridgewell, and you're listening to Radio Hood.
Good?
Yeah.
Hey up, I do. It's Lambooner for two. We're back again, the 24th of February 2022.
Are we recording?
Yeah.
Good, good.
Yeah, Lambooner for two. It's Cam here, the host, the consigliere of Lambooner for two, across from me. Pressing the buttons, making sure we're live when we're meant to be. The mics are unmuted, the music's blaring. Stop.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Good. Yeah.
Yep.
You good?
Yeah, I'm
All
alright.
right, you got?
Sorry?
Is that all you got?
Yeah, I've...
Yep, alright. So, also, with I knew Dom won't be saying much, so I brought in a guest.
Yeah.
Any guess?
Well, we've only ever had one guest in the history of the show. I'm
Yeah.
presuming you haven't brought the same one back again.
Well, at that point, it wouldn't even be a guest, would it? Because it'd just be either a reoccurring character or just a host.
Yeah.
And we wouldn't do that. But it's one of your housemates.
Oh, yeah, so it is. Across from me.
It's Ethan.
Ethan Blakeman.
How are we?
Yes, I'm very good, thank
Yeah.
you. Always good to be back as a
You're a
guest.
big listener, aren't you, of the show?
Yes, yeah. always
Must be a
listen.
dream to come on.
Yeah, yeah.
Well,
Didn't you tell me you listened to every show in full because you were bored a couple of weeks ago?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I don't. You didn't have to throw a board into that. You could have just said like out of anticipation.
Without when we had a house viewing, so I started to listen to all the show, started to see what was good, what wasn't, and
Yeah. I mean, me and Dom obviously the host of this show. Tickle our balls a little bit. Say what's good about me and Dom.
Oh, here we go.
I'll tell you one of the best. The dearest Doms were good
Yeah.
at times.
That's good. Yeah, enjoy them.
Mm.
Yeah, one of my segments.
Doms always. I couldn't say it was so good. But
I
and
never
down.
wanted that
It
feature.
was it's like a wave, innit? You got to
Yeah.
ride it a little bit. Some good stories, a couple that maybe don't even class as stories, and we're just a waste of time to fill airspace.
I think the issue is Dom hyped up one massively. We were expecting
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
Like he wouldn't even tell it. From
As-
it's like a big secret
It
that
wasn't-
would come out.
Like a state secret.
Like I always
can't
say,
wait for
you
this one.
hype up me leaving some water on the floor or leaving a plate on the side in the kitchen is a big
obviously,
story. But me escaping from a prostitute isn't worth hearing, apparently. But
escaping.
Carry on.
But yeah. What would you say was the lowest point you ever heard listening to us two? I don't know if you remember once we were walking and you said at one point, I don't know if he's told you this stuff, he described like our shows before we started having guests is we'd spend the entire show apologising for the show the week before.
Yeah.
But that'd just occur. We'd just say, sorry about last week, this week could be better. And we'd just
I remember the
repeat.
first show was good, and then after
We
that,
were on a high after that,
Yeah.
weren't we? Yeah.
And then
Maybe
one
we
of
thought
the-
we were too close. We were like Icarus. Too
yeah.
close to the sun, too soon.
It was the show after you won Show of the Month. You sort of started. You were thinking about that, and then you had a sort of domino effect where you'd go, "Oh, sorry, last week wasn't very good," and you'd be apologising for the whole show. But then that'd lead to the next week because the last week wasn't very good. You just keep apologising for the previous week.
Well, there's no doubt this show will be good, though. We've got some stuff, some chat, some good tunes. I've got, obviously, we did, what was it, Ethan, James and Dom?
Dom James Eve.
All right,
James
sorry.
Eve
get
is
the gist
definitely
of
love
it,
me.
yeah.
Yeah.
Some questions that we'll get. We've got some more of that. Have you got out, Dom? Obviously, the guest not really should be bringing out, should he? He sort of just, if we need something, so I brought that. You got out to fill the hour?
I've brought for the first week ever. I think I've brought absolutely nothing.
Oh.
So,
No? What about
Um,
Jobbusters?
I couldn't be bothered doing it.
You
to
couldn't even be
honest.
bothered making up 3 crap clues that don't
You
reveal
never
an
get,
answer.
it doesn't get
Copied
that.
from
I'll
XFM.
admit
You
it
couldn't even
doesn't
be
get
asked
the
copying
views.
XFM this week. That's all you do.
It takes a while, you know. I came
I
up
don't
with
doubt.
one.
In fact, I don't doubt
but-
that. If I'm honest, you came up with one.
Yeah,
Can we have it?
yeah.
Yeah.
What right now?
Let's
or-
do- yeah. Well, we'll just Jockbusters.
Right. Well, it's a rock buster, to be honest.
What?
It's not even the jock buster. I just came up with it because I saw his name.
So
and I
who's name?
thought that'd make a clue.
Oh, so you're it's just XFM now.
Yeah.
You're just pretending to be XFM.
Well, I didn't want to bring it for the show. That's why I didn't bother. But
Go on then.
right. What? Right now?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Go
just
on.
get into it.
Right.
Come
fine.
on.
So,
Do
the
it.
clue.
Rockbusters.
The clue is Oh, do you want a cup of tea and maybe a bit of chocolate as well?
Hmm.
Yeah, I'll have one, but not the other.
That's still the clue. The clue.
BM
That's a soliloquy. It's not a
BM
clue. BM.
singer.
Okay. So we've got that to look forward to at the end. We'll come back to that. Just one more. Run it through.
I can't even remember.
Oh, Ethan, have you bought out for this show?
Yep. It's, I thought I'd run out of Tales of the House, but whenever I do, I think I managed to find something in the archive. Typed.
Oh.
Something in the vault, didn't you? Deep in
Yeah,
the
I found a
vault, you
few
described
bits,
it as.
and I've got Truth or Rubbish, but they're two a lot short stories today. So
Yeah.
yeah, it might be a bit of a shorter show overall, I think. But
James predicted, by the way, that you'd have something back in the archives because he was talking to me in the kitchen before I left.
This is James, the housemate.
Yeah, and he said, like, well, I don't know what Ethan can tell for Tales of the House this week because, he hasn't been here this week and I haven't been
So
here.
concerned.
So, yeah,
Having a
I was just
conversation
thinking-
about
I said you sound quite worried there.
So I guess we've got all that looking forward to. I guess we'll have to play a song to fill some air.
Yeah,
What have we got?
bit of fast time.
Why not?
Give me a second to forget I ever really meant it.
that was Fast Times by Sabrina Carpenter, new to the charts last Friday.
Beautiful. His Radio 2 voice in it.
Yeah.
Brings it in.
Yeah. You'll
we
go
ain't-
far with that voice.
We ain't got much, so I was wondering if I could bring some up.
Go on.
Dom, you went on a bit of travels during the week.
Right.
Yeah. You
Yeah.
went. Go on, talk me through what
Went
your,
to-
your was.
Well, Matty messaged me. Or
Try and make it more
our pal
interesting than
Matty.
the prostitute story.
He messaged me on, I think, Saturday or Sunday night,
Hmm.
saying you fancy coming to Bradford this week, do a bit of filming. And I was like, yeah, go on. And he said, Ethan will sort us out. He works there. I'll just message Ethan.
Football,
He
you
can-
should say
he
specific.
can sort
You just said
it.
filming in Bradford. It could be out
Yeah,
football.
the Bradford City
Yeah.
Harrogate match at Valley Parade.
Sorry, it's Utility Energy Stadium for sponsorship
Yeah,
purposes.
Bored of you already.
Yeah, I noticed it said that on the thing, but yeah, whatever.
Carry on.
So Matty invited me. I think, go on then, I'm at a loose end. Go along. Everything's going well.
Yeah.
Going to the ground. Matty suggests we go pitch side, do a bit of filming, because that's the only reason we went, but, filming each other, pieces to camera and stuff.
Okay, yeah.
So we go and ask the fella on the door, like, just let us down to pitch side with you, mate. And he goes, no, won't be allowed to do that until I speak to Lewis. I think he's the media manager.
Yep.
So he goes and has a conversation with Lewis. He walks out the room. He doesn't tell us to go with him. So he goes and has this chat with Lewis in private. I don't know who this Lewis fella is. Like he's
The media manager.
Yeah, I know that, but why does he not even want us?
Yeah, he won't even have an audience with you. You're beneath
Yeah,
him.
I know. It's like we're uni students. Don't even bring them into the room. Just talk. Yeah, he talks to us through his little bouncer. So he goes and talks to him. And he says, "No, you're not allowed to do it." So Matty suggests we just leave. I mean, we do try and do a
But
couple
were
of
you
videos.
were you under the impression that you were going to go pitch side? Why were you under that impression?
Well, that's it. Because when me and Chris went to Hull, you didn't have to apply for a little pass to go pitch side. They just said, "There you go, mate. There's the door open for you. Go down to pitch side." So we thought it'd be the same at Bradford.
You presumed wrong.
Well, why the Bradford City of all clubs have these little
It's
protocols
the same.
in place?
You got sent an email before with all the protocols with red zone and purple zone.
Yeah, we didn't read that.
Well, right.
Tom,
It's
not
a
helping
simple
yourself
mistake
here.
to make not to check these things.
it's not.
So it's not my
just
fault.
idiotic.
It's not my fault that they didn't read.
What
the
was,
stuff.
was you?
And
Were you getting the blame?
Ethan's
today?
now because he's been let in it a bit.
I got there. Matty was like, "It's your fault," and Matty implied that you passed the buck on to me.
Well,
Go on.
it's everyone's fault.
It's not my fault.
Why is it Ethan's fault?
I got you in there in the first place.
Yeah, but
I said I got you in the press box.
yeah, but you knew we were going there to film.
No, I didn't, because I asked you the other day, what are you going to be doing when you get there? And you went, I don't know, I'll ask Matty. And you never actually said anything.
Did you ever say to Ethan like, "Oh, we need to be doing some filming pitch side there"?
Yeah, and he said, yeah, it should be fine. They're normally pretty lax there. On
I
the...
said they're pretty relaxed. Never said anything about filming.
But so you told him that you wanted to film pitch side?
Yeah,
No, he did. No.
that was obvious.
Because
So-
he's been dropped in it a bit now. Like, oh, why have we got these people turning up for press and leaving before
Oh,
kick
is that what they said?
No.
I doubt they even noticed.
no,
to be
that's
honest.
what. Apparently, you hadn't met him, so they wouldn't even know who you were.
No, we met.
It's only because I sort of said because there's some morons on our course, and I was like, right, these aren't Durbrains.
Randall coming to mind.
These are serious. These lads they'll come and do a job.
Do a job.
And I was like, these aren't Durbrains. You could trust them, and they won't start pissing about in the press box. I'm like, all right, so just sort that out. And you go and you leave before kickoff even.
Yeah, no, I did say to Matty like it'll reflect bad on Ethan, but Matty was pretty.
You could have just watched the game.
Yeah, no, that's what I suggested, but he doesn't like. If I was there on my own, I would have done that. But then we thought, it's a social thing, go for a curry. So that's what we did. We
No, but you were
walked.
going to do work for university there.
Yeah, but what were we going to do at that point? We did try. I sent you a little video of the little.
Yeah,
videos
you
we
tried
did.
halfway and you laughed halfway through. Did you do another one after that?
I didn't laugh halfway. I got it wrong. Yeah, I did 2, and Matty did 1, and then he thought, the sounds a bit rubbish, so we'll leave it.
To be fair, Cam pointed out to me earlier, and he's spot on. It's even if
As always.
even
What
if
a
you
man
could
he
go
is.
pitch side and film, what you would have recorded wouldn't have been able to be used tomorrow.
You just wouldn't
Well,
use it, would you?
I didn't care about tomorrow because I knew I wasn't.
No,
going.
I'm not talking about you. Like Matty, which wouldn't have been able to be used.
I don't even get what we're doing. What you're
Well-
doing tomorrow.
It's like this conversation for off air.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So should we go off? Should we have a song? We'll come in with an actual segment.
Can do.
What have we got?
Up the junction.
Should have stayed on.
Up the junction there. Squeeze. On Radio Hood.
No, what's
Bit of J. Cole.
Please.
I want to see you work out for me, work out for me.
J. Bang my leg. J. Cole, workout. Lambooner for 2, we're back. Are we past the halfway point yet?
No.
No?
Almost.
Because we're struggling, we're almost there. Well, I was going to go into, what's it got? Dom, James and Eve.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was going to go into that, but I thought there'd be something you'd like here, Dom. There's something that came to my attention. Do you remember... Move. Do you remember last week? I didn't want to. I accidentally exposed or let everyone know about Ethan claiming back his money from going to Sheffield via his solicitors. Wasn't happy about that, was I?
No.
Quite upset that... I get it, it was private
You'd made up the whole story.
and it had been exposed. I don't know if you've seen Dave's back from China.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, he's back from China now, so a
Alright.
bit more time on his hands.
Yeah.
Did send me a message during the week because he sort of just went, did you like say something about Ethan claiming back his expenses? And I went, oh yeah, I made mention of it. I went, why? He just went, just sort of received this, a bit worried. Forwarded something on to me, Dom,
Right.
if you don't mind.
Yeah.
This is an email he'd received.
Yeah.
I'll just read through it.
Yeah.
I was going to print it out, but Ethan was sat next to me today before
and
we
they're not
came
real,
in.
so.
I couldn't print it out. This is what Dave received after I told the story of Ethan claiming for the solicitors. From the legal officers of Chateau de Legal, to whom it may concern, we are writing in regards to possible legal action that's been brought forward on one Mr. Dave Eason. This legal document has been sent with the intent of summoning justice to yourself due to, quote, exposing of one Mr. Ethan, brackets son, via the release of compromising information about the £18 claim back for travels to and from Sheffield. Mr. Blakeman, brackets, the dad, has informed us that Mr. Blakeman, brackets, the son, was incredibly upset and hurt that his, quote, Torah was shown in full for comedic effect. Mr. Blakeman, brackets, the son, wants swift, humiliating and vicious victory. The following statement has been formulated by Mr. Blakeman, brackets, the son, and his personal tutors. Quote, quote, oi Chalker, you're a crap teacher. Yeah, you don't like being exposed, do you? How dare you pass on confidential information to someone, and not just anyone, but that chav Cam. You have ruined my mood, and because of you, the help at my father's estate won't be getting Sundays off for a month. So yeah, sit on that one, you twat. Back to the legal. Obviously, there's a difficult time for all, and while we normally deal with multinational billion-dollar tax deals, brackets wink wink, we are here to do a job, and do one we will. We will hope for a peaceful resolution and we will work with you. But Mr. Blakeman, brackets the son, is out for blood and will stop at nothing to achieve it, as long as it's before his 10:30 p.m. bedtime. Kind regards, Officers Chateau de Legal.
Wow. So Ethan, you weren't complaining about it, did you?
Dave didn't want me to expose that, but I thought,
Yeah,
I'm a
that-
righteous
that's
man. I'm
told
trying to train in journalism. I've got to shoot from the hip. I've got to let everyone know.
Tell
I know
the
there's probably
story.
going to be a comeback from this, Tom. I've thought about the consequences, and I've
You're willing to
I've gone
accept
forward. Yeah, someone's got. Possibly I'll be a martyr for justice.
Someone's got to do it.
Ethan.
The effort you've gone to there is admirable, to be honest. Last week you pushed it, but this week, bloody hell.
Anything
You've
pop
done
up in that, Don, that you think, oof, like
So it's a
it's a
French
bit much
legal
for him.
team.
The officers of Chateau de Legal.
Yeah, he has got his little connections down south.
We
of
know
France.
that's a big area for him and his clan.
Yeah,
I think calling him Chalker as well.
yeah.
So he's exposed that to him.
That's that.
Calling me a chav
That chav cam.
and taking it out on the help who won't get Sundays off for a month. Any words?
So
I would say to improve it, to improve your little
To improve.
your draft.
Wait,
but-
is
improve
it
your
there,
draft
Dom? I've copied and
further.
pasted it over. I've not written that. That's
You
from
can
an
at least- You can
email.
at least got my dad's first name to improve it.
Mr.
So
Blakeman.
you can use that next time.
I can
Do
assume.
you
Well,
use two
I
Mr.
don't write
Blakeman's
legal
fine?
documents, but I'm sure if they do, they don't put first names of clients, do
Or at
they?
least the first. Well,
Mr.
you can't have
Blakeman.
two Mr. Blakemans like that.
Brackets the sun.
Yeah.
It's a bit of a ramshackle legal team, but you know, it's the type of legal
I also
team
like
that
the legal, the legal,
money
yeah,
abroad.
the legal teams. Even we normally deal with multinational billion-dollar tax deals. Brackets, wink, wink. Even to a random person, they let them know
Yeah,
like
there's
we're
no
dodging a
point
little,
in
just so you know.
Yeah.
That's how good we are. In case you need it.
Yeah. So did you get your 18 quid?
I've never applied for the 8.
I
Well, I
mean,
do find
I don't. I mean,
what is admirable is we have a 1,000-word assignment due tomorrow, and he spent more time writing that load of nonsense than on the actual assignment. But I guess
should we have a song and I'll come back in with her, James? Now I've, I mean, I'm scared for my own welfare after that, but that's what
I'm
I do.
sure this will come back next week. I'm sure there'll be another.
What should we?
Put some fun.
Oh. We good?
Yeah.
Oh, Sam Fender. 17 going under, Lambuna for 2. We're going to try and calm the atmosphere down here because, I mean, I already saw some furious typing from Ethan's phone after the expose I did on him.
You got anything else in this show?
Tells the house.
Oh,
Just do it after a
little
song.
song.
Yeah.
What?
So, alright, here on Lamboon for 2, Radio Hood. What have we got? We don't have much left, I'm pretty sure. We're nearing the
Well, I mean,
end.
we're 50
Tales of
minutes
the
in.
house.
We'll probably get there for an hour.
We've stretched it quite
What
well.
have you brought?
Like I say,
Fuck all!
I hope Joe's not listening.
I hope he is. I hope he knows how shambolic of an attack. This is his pride and joy. It's my pride and joy.
Right,
Ethan
you,
was so happy to come on this show and you brought nothing.
you always ask for Dominatrix. It got 2 views on YouTube.
Yeah, that was funny.
I'm not. Why do I care about YouTube? The only people who watch it is us.
And
I don't
yeah,
care.
no.
That was
Bring
like-
something then.
That was after a few days. That's what made me laugh. I presumed they were going to get more than 2 because the
Yeah,
rest have got like
right.
8, and that one got 2.
What?
So what did you
I
bring
don't get
in
who's
response
watching
to
them,
that?
because
So what
it's-
have you brought in response to saying, Cam, that segment's
Well, we
crap,
sacked
this is
that.
better? So what have you brought instead?
I think it's because Chris's girlfriend, and she loves that segment. He's told me that.
Once.
What?
Once.
No, twice, he said.
So what have you brought instead of it?
Like I say, this week was just sort of. I thought we'd have a bit of a more relaxed show. Just,
Should we
you know.
do this next week? Maybe you could. It'd be like a Pinochet takeover back in the 70s.
How's that work?
We'll just kick him out.
Oh.
Take over.
Well,
That's how takeovers normally work.
yeah, and then Jot Busters, you were slagging that off, so that.
'Cause it's
I
not
didn't bring
yours.
it. What?
Well, it's not yours.
Jot Busters is mine.
Well, it's a rip-off of Rockbusters,
Well-
and you didn't even bring it.
Sorry, Dearest Dom's not rip off of anything. That's never been done
De-risked.
before. That's what I said.
De-risked.
That's why Cam came up with wanting to change it, to be fair. He
Yeah,
didn't want to
did
come
you?
up with something
Let's
more
do something
original.
else. And nah.
What else
What
was
noise does it
mine?
make?
I'm
Are we
trying to
talking
think.
middle tone? I'll go middle. Meh.
I'm trying to think what.
I think that got us there. I think that's got us all the way, hasn't it, Dom? Pretty much out the way. Look at him, he's done an hour show. What a joy, what an occasion. Well, are you back for it next week? You still here?
Yeah, I'll be here.
Are you here now?
What?
Well, are you not abroad then? Are you back from it?
Yeah, I'm back on Monday. So,
Oh, sweet. Yeah. So we'll be back next week.
Short trip.
You going to bring up?
I'll give it a go.
Yeah. See if we can. Guess we'll see you then.
See
A
you
bit.
later.
Bye-bye.
See you later.
What have we got playing us out?
Bit of bad habits.
Sum it up.